Welcome to the Cloud Deck Extreme. Begin by setting up 2 light parties. This will help the flow of the fight, as you will regularly be swapping between platforms and unable to swap back for 20 seconds due to the debuff Immobile Suit. The first mechanic is Diamond Rain. This is a raid-wide AoE that gives you a magic vulnerability for each player you occupy a platform with. A 4-4 split is recommended to reduce damage for little cost. Following Diamond Rain, the top 2 players in aggro will begin getting auto-attacked. These attacks are thin line cleaves and should be taken by the tanks as they hit for moderate damage. Adamant Purge 1. There are 3 configurations for Adamant Purge. Each one utilizes a mechanic from one of the past weapons, Sapphire, Emerald, or Ruby, in addition to a cleave indicated by a claw forming from one of Diamond's hands, which forces all 8 players to one platform. During the first Adamant Purge, though, you will only have to worry about Sapphire weapon or Emerald weapon. If Diamond accesses Sapphire weapon, it will grow a cannon attachment on its chest and execute Diamond Flash, which is a party stack AoE. If Diamond accesses Emerald weapon, their shoulders will open up to launch homing lasers from its cannons, which must be resolved by spreading out. Immediately following Adamant Purge 1, the light party that crossed to avoid the cleave will remain there due to their Immobile Suit debuff preventing them from crossing over. The light party that does not have the Immobile Suit debuff will cross to prepare for the next mechanic. This will be a common theme for the remainder of the fight. Photon Burst. The first and second players in aggro will be marked by a proximity AoE that deals heavy damage. These are tank busters. Have the tanks stand at one end of the respective platforms with moderate mitigation, while the rest of the party stands at the other ends of their platforms. Remain there until Adamant Purge 2 reveals the safe side and cross over. Adamant Purge 2. Alright friends, this is the easy one! Diamond will always access Ruby weapon here and do a safe side cleave, denoted by an even larger danger claw than the previous Adamant Purge. Have the light party that is on the danger side cross, and when the mechanic completes, have the light party that does not have a mobile suit cross to prepare for Diamond Rain. Adamant Purge 3. Remember when Diamond accessed Sapphire or Emerald weapon during Purge 1? Well, now it's going to make use of the remaining weapon's power. Resolve this much the same way you did before, having a light party cross when they see the glowing danger claw, and then either stack if Diamond has a chest cannon, or spread if their shoulders are preparing to fire. Before Phase 1 ends, there will be one more Photon Burst tank buster. You could have a light party cross, or just one of the tanks. I prefer just one of the tanks, so the party is nice and grouped up for any healing. Phase 1 will end with the cast code key Xi Stigma. Articulated bits will spawn and tether to players, as well as a massive radial knockback that will occur on both platforms. The goal here is to end with a smooth purple tether and not a spiky pink tether. If your tethered bit is on the opposing platform, then simply get knocked from one end of yours to the other. If your bit is on the same platform that you occupy, get yourself launched to the other platform. Do not use the teleporter to manipulate your tether here, as you will need it immediately after. This is a common gacha in Prague, and hopefully now it won't surprise you. After you resolve your tether, Diamond Weapon will get rid of one of the platforms. Simply cross if you are on the danger side and get ready for Phase 2. This is an Outrage! Or a magical raid-wide AoE. There will be 2 Outrage casts here. Mitigate and heal, then prepare for the next mechanic. Auri Arts 1. Diamond Weapon will do a series of dashes. Look at the direction that Diamond Weapon faces, stand on the edge away from the side they face, in front of the middle orb along that wall. Once Diamond completes its zigzags, it will then hang upside down from the center and face an orb. They will dash from that orb, creating a no-no zone on that half of the platform. As you can see here, we move to the proper safe spot, wait for the dashes. After the zigzags are complete, we line ourselves up to see if we're in the safe spot already, and if we are not, we cross over to the other half. Following an Outrage, Diamond will cast Auri Doomstead, a physical tank buster that does splash damage and applies a long physical vulnerability. This must be mitigated and is a forced tank swap. Auri Arts 2. Diamond will perch itself on an orb along the north or south end of the platform. If there is no orb opposite Diamond, go towards the boss. Diamond weapon will do a large AoE at its point of impact. If you are struck by this, it will apply a Vuln stack and knock you back. If there is an orb opposite Diamond, go away from the boss, while staying along the sides of the arena. Regardless of pattern, there will be an orb floating near the middle of the arena. Position yourself to be knocked to an opposite corner or to use your knockback prevention skill. The reason you go away from Diamond is because if there is an orb opposite the boss, it will bounce off of it and return to its starting side and land there. You approach the boss if there is no orb opposite Diamond because it has nothing to bounce off of and simply lands on the other end of the arena. Auri Arts 1 and Articulated Bits. We have a repeat of the first Auri Arts, but with the stipulation. This time, arm attachments spawn and will beam half the arena, prohibiting us from using that column at the start of the mechanic. If the boss faces away from the safe half, stand in front of the middle orb, opposite where the boss is facing, just like you did before. If the boss faces towards the safe half, you will want to stand in front of the orb directly next to the middle orb that is not in the direction of the boss's charge. And if it helps, these are lined up with the teleport pads. After the boss completes its zigzag dashes, look where it is facing and dodge the column of the arena being cleaved, this time while also avoiding the articulated bits that will beam alternating rows. In this example, we check where the safe half is. We approach the safe spot, which is lined up with the teleporter. We wait for the cleaves. We then move to avoid the half cleave while also dodging the arm attachments. For Auri Arts 2, we check where the safe half is. We then stand at that half and see if there is an orb opposite the boss. Because there is, we move away, wait, boss lands, there will then be a knockback, this time with the bits covering half the arena. We get knocked to the safe corner and complete the mechanic. Being hit by a Vuln stack will not be lethal, but being knocked off the arena will. This leads us to Phase 3. Diamond Weapon will revert to its armored state and cast Flood Ray. Flood Ray will often be referred to by its origin mechanic, Limit Cut. Each player will be marked with the number 1 through 8. Flood Rays are massive conal cleaves that should be handled by splitting the party into groups of 4. Now there are a few ways to do this, so we will be utilizing the method that covers the most visual tells and a lot for the most time to resolve the mechanic. Since the odd numbers are blue, we're going to have them on the blue platform. Since the even numbers are red, they'll occupy the red platform. Players 1 and 2 will begin on the north corner closest to the boss. Players 3 and 4 will begin in the south corner closest to the boss. Players 5, 6, 7, and 8 will wait in the middle, as it will be safe from both the north and south cleaves. Now once your number has been cleaved, swap places with the player waiting at the safe spot as follows. Ray 1 swaps with 5, while Ray 2 swaps with 6, Ray 3 with 7, and finally, Ray 4 swaps with 8. Note that you do not have to wait for the player to move to you after being cleaved. If they are late to come to the safe spot and you are late moving out, you'll likely kill both players at the safe spot as well as another player baiting. It is always better to kill one teammate than it is to kill 3 or more. Check your numbers, go to your respective platforms, odds on blue, evens on red, move to your positions. 1 and 2 north corner near boss, 3, 4 south corner near boss, 5 through 8 remain near the center. Now what I like to do here while I'm waiting is to watch the player I need to trade with and move as soon as I see them cleaved. You can see valets move immediately here in this example and everyone is safe. Adamant Purge and Articulated Bits. Articulated bits will spawn and cleave half of their respective platforms. At the same time, Diamond Weapon will either grow a chest cannon for a party stack, or open its shoulders for spread AoEs. Avoid the cleave by jumping to the platform without the glowing claw, while also avoiding the reconfigured bits. Then, resolve either the stack or spread while avoiding the bits, which will have moved and will be cleaving alternating rows. The group that didn't teleport to avoid the cleave should move across for Diamond Rain. This leads us to the final big mechanic. Diamond Shrapnel. Groups on both platforms will do the same movement here. This is a follow the leader mechanic. Bait your AoE in the far corners of the danger zone, move to the teleporter once the AoE circle is telegraphed. Once on the other platform, move along the middle to avoid the chasing AoEs and maintain uptime. Then avoid the articulated bits in their new configuration while staging to soak a tower. As soon as the bits cleave, get in your tower and resolve the mechanic. There will be a tower for each player alive at the start of the mechanic. Here, you can see that we bait the chasers, and as soon as the AoE marker pops up underneath us, we cross the closest teleporter before being cleaved. We then run along the hitbox in the middle of the arena to avoid the shrapnels that will execute 4 times before resolving. We then dodge the bit cleaves and soak a tower. And that's pretty much it. From here on out, you will see a mix of mechanics that you have already dealt with. We hope this guide facilitates completion. And remember, Diamond is breakable.